All right, folks, let's get this session fired up. It's a late night, Sunday night, coming to you 9 p.m. on the West Coast. Today's date, September 4th, 2022, and you already know what it is. We're going to be talking cryptocurrency, current events, and the greatest transfer of wealth in world history. I do appreciate all of you guys for getting in touch with me over at my website. We got a new little TikTok, Twitter hashtag that we're going to get started, and that's going to be called hashtag Ask Zach on Twitter. So if you guys have any questions or if you want to just go ahead and just tag me in anything that you see on Twitter that you want me to cover in the show, or if you want to ask me a question, hashtag Ask Zach on Twitter. You guys can find me on all the platforms. You already know that deal. Without further ado, I want to get into tonight's update. I'm going to be covering some real estate data, and then we're going to be getting into the crypto executive order and a couple other key dates for cryptocurrency that we're looking out for, key events that are going to be taking place, supposed to be taking place. We'll see if the Ethereum merge actually finally does happen. So much happening this month. We're definitely looking forward to the events that are about to occur. Technical analysis coming for you at the end. Yes, we are going to be covering the red alert that was put out by Dark Defender, our good friend and technical analysis Twitter guy, who we refer to very often. He has some nice looking charts for us XRP holders to look at. Now, for me, on the technical analysis for the breakout of XRP and all of that moment that we talk about, that we pray for, it's coming. Doesn't matter when. Next month. They could have already flipped the switch years ago, but they're chosen to stall this thing out, to wait us out here. And the toughest part is having patience and continuing to accumulate these assets as they continue to drop in price. But as I continue to say, I think that our time is running out to acquire these assets at these prices. Yes, cheaper prices come in, but you got to be ready to move quickly during these times. And with conviction, you should be investing. For us, our community, we've been investing with conviction throughout this whole time. When XRP was at $1.20, I felt just as good about buying that XRP as I do today at 30 cents. I don't beat myself up at all. This market's insane. This staged event reality matrix that they got us caught up in. Call it whatever the hell you want. You pick the term, you pick it. Great reset, great awakening, the matrix, whatever the hell you want to call it. Flat earth, round earth. Are you going to survive these times, folks? That's what this program's all about. All right, let's get it fired up. Let's get this session rolling. I do appreciate everyone. At the time of this recording, let's check our market. We are just chilling here. Once again, still under 20K for our Bitcoin. 19,888 is the price at the time of this recording. 1,500 for your Ethereum, and XRP at 33 cents. Finally, breaking back above the 33-cent level for XRP. Now, let's get into the real estate update. We've been touching on a few points here in real estate. We want to cover this once again. Bank of America trying to offload housing before the crash. You guys have already seen this circulating, many of you guys. Bank of America announces zero down payment, zero closing cost mortgages for Black and Hispanic first-time home buyers. Now, we have a meme here put out by Wall Street Silver, or they found this and they've shared this on their Twitter. We here at Bank of America bought a bunch of overvalued real estate with our hedge fund friends, and now everything is going to collapse. So we need to get these overvalued houses off our books. Okay. And it shows it's a board meeting that's taking place at Bank of America, and it shows some people suggesting sell no income, no job loans like we did back in 2008. That would be your ninja loans. Target high-risk people in overvalued housing markets. Maybe don't repeat 2008 and keep risky loans off our books. That looks like a Michael Burry type there off in the corner suggesting to actually get it together. Now, folks, if you want to take advantage of these programs, if you can make a deal work, you can make a deal work. I'm not here to say that you should not do this program or you should do this program. I know there's many theories, there's many suggestions, there's 1,000 different gurus for real estate that you could be listening to right now. I'm not here to be the real estate guru. I'm here to refer to the couple people that I will always send over. I will send you guys over to their channels, to their platforms, to the couple gurus that I listen to with real estate. I only listen to a few people when it comes to real estate. And for me, an incredible opportunity is at our hands right here with real estate. Now, if you can take advantage of these loan programs, this is the key point right here. There is a debt crisis and a liquidity crisis, and they need people to borrow money. That's how they make their money. They need people to borrow money. The bankers are your friends. This is something that we really got messed up. Everyone is intimidated when they go into the bank. Now, for most people, they're not in a good situation, so they get a little uncomfortable when they go into the bank. Instead of having a relationship with your bank where they are working for you, working to get you cheap debt so that you can grow your business, take out a mortgage if that's what you're going to do. This zero closing cost, zero down payment. If you can make the deal work, you can make the deal work. Now, obviously, with a lesser down payment, you could probably squeeze more cash flow out of a deal. I'm sure that these deals are intended to be for a personal residence. But this just shows you how desperate they are to generate loans. And that's the key takeaway. It doesn't matter what color you are. If you can make the deal work, you can make the damn deal work. And you got a cash flow statement that proves that. As we're seeing, as we watch this economic situation unfold, a lot of people were full of shit, to put it very simply, right? We see that in the form of bankruptcy filings, insolvencies, going bust, coming up with new programs, ninja loans, once again, that brought about the last housing crisis. Folks, this is one of many relationships that you need to be working on and establishing right now. Whatever your program may be, whatever guru you're going to listen to, whatever program you're going to adopt, your banker for sure is someone that you need to have a good relationship with right now. I was negotiating debt going in the last year. I've renegotiated debt on a couple different deals. We're still locked in. We're ready to make moves right now. Folks, you got to be tapped in on your real estate. Let's go through this data. U.S. existing home sales are in a free fall. And this time, it is hardly due to a lack of inventory. There is already a large glut of unsold new homes. Okay? And we're seeing that these charts, these data, all telling us the same story. The Kobesi letter, completely butchered that. The Kobesi letter on Twitter. Housing market update. Supply of new homes in U.S. at highest since 2009. Median home price down to 6% in 2 months. Over 5 million houses not current in mortgage payments. Mortgage demand now lowest since 2000. New home sales down 50% in 2 years. The crash has begun. Folks, this time is truly incredible. Mega Man on YouTube, thank you for the super chat. Mega Man, Canadian 5 spot, we appreciate that. Thanks for all the content. I buy a little XRP every month. The more I hold, the less the globalists have in their wallets. And coming from Canada, what a situation that we watched unfold. I broke the news from the border, what was taking place. And the Canadians rising up against that agenda. God bless them. Across the planet here, we're seeing the people rise up. And I just send my thoughts and prayers to the people across the planet that are standing up for individual liberty, freedom, and sound currency. Creating value in the world, doing the good deeds every time they have an opportunity. That's what this is about for me. God bless you all in Canada. You are watching real estate get squeezed up there as well. What an opportunity. What a time. Hopefully you were prepared. Hopefully you have a plan. Real estate situation in Canada shaking up as we speak. Phoenix house prices fell $10,000 per month for the last 3 months. Not as brutal as some markets, but we are seeing that Phoenix is leading the way for the amount of homes on the market, the amount of inventory. Phoenix leading the way year over year in the United States right now. Now, as far as prices, losing $10,000 per month for the last 3 months. This right now is the time to get tapped in. I don't know what your financial advisor's been telling you. I don't know what the guru you've chosen to listen to has been telling you what to do. But folks, now's an opportunity. You need to understand whether you should be repositioning your assets that you have in real estate right now, whether you need to get liquid, whether you are going to be cash flow positive through this time. What's your vacancy rate on your apartment going to be? on your Airbnb? How is your business model going to change with the current dynamics that we're seeing in the real estate market? Participation isn't going to guarantee victory. Participation isn't going to guarantee profits. I have a whole nother thread that I'm not going to share in this live stream on a property management company out of, I believe it's Dallas. I got it shared for it's going to be another session. I'm going to share this one. Completely wrecked, losing on an 8-figure investment. They invested 8 figures in this property management company and they completely failed and went bust. We're going to be covering that in the next show, probably, or a future show later this week. But folks, incredible opportunity through the real estate market. Your individual market is going to vary. It's so tough to speak generally. We talk about these different markets and the data points that we're pulling from them. But wherever you are, whatever situation you are in, you got to get tapped in right now. I do share my full real estate strategy with my Discord membership. If you're wondering, what am I doing with real estate? How do I see the thing? What kind of deals am I looking to do right now? I share that all with my Discord group. Now, continuing on. From Cowboy Crypto, this is crucial dates that we got coming up in the cryptocurrency space to look out for. Cowboy Crypto reporting, the Clearinghouse and BPI are hosting a conference this September 6th, and Custodia Bank will be present along with Sullivan Cromwell, Shearman Sterling, Goldman, B of A, Wells, PayPal, the Fed, United States Treasury, Davis Polk, Lewis Bokius, Swift, and Simpson Thacher, Bill Hinman's law firm. So everyone that matters is about to be meeting September 6th. And what is this supposed to be on? Let me pull this up real quick for you guys. Stablecoins, virtual currency, and decentralized finance, opportunities, risks, implications, and challenges. Folks, this is going to be truly incredible. Now, this next tweet that I have to share with you guys, going to Jeremy Hogan. Responses to the president's executive order on digital assets are due Tuesday. Okay? Here we go, folks. The Treasury Department replied early with a proposal for a framework for international cooperation back on July 7th, but to date, it has not been released to the public. So, Mr. Joe Biden already wrote out his executive order and released it to us. You can go read that. I'm not going to go too deep on it. I don't focus too much on what Mr. Joe Biden and team is doing. Okay, we listen to the headlines and we understand what future proves past as far as watching these events unfold. We understand what their program is, what their agenda is. We watch it unfold in real time, and we already know why he's making the political push that he's making right now. But that's for a different time and day, that conversation. You know what I'm up against. In response to Joe running the show, though, we already have the Treasury Department, which replied early, their framework for international cooperation on digital assets, which is so key. We know that the Western alliances are not only aligned through NATO militarily, they're aligned through the financial and the currency and the economic deals and trade deals as well. They have completely kept us in the shadows. They have put the Ripple company through staged lawsuits, through some sort of BS case here that they've been battling out with Ripple, that the SEC lawyers can't even reasonably make the case. They can't even respectfully stand there and make the case that they're making. Huge shout out to Jeremy Hogan and the other lawyers like James Flan that have keeping us up to date on the lawsuits. Now, I just asked Twitter, and I encourage you guys to hit me up on Twitter. You can tag me, #AskZach if you have a question, and I'll cover that in the live shows. I just asked what's the situation for summary judgment coming this month, and the briefs are due for summary judgment this month on the 13th, I believe it is. Okay? So in the Ripple lawsuit, we also have key important dates. We also have Gary Gensler going to speak September 15th, Senate Banking Committee. We also have the Ethereum merge that's supposed to be taking place in or around that time. Let's see how that program works out. We'll keep you tuned on that one. But in response to the executive order, we already have a response from the Treasury Department. You already know we're waiting on good guy Gary. Hopefully, when he's seen on the Capitol Hill here this month, they will actually sit him down and ask him some serious questions and get some answers out of Gary. We're waiting on the CFTC. They've already given us some clarity as well. And then I always like to bring us back to the FinCEN settlement that Ripple had. So we already have one branch of the government calling XRP a virtual currency, a digital currency. So we already have clarity from one branch of the government. Now we're waiting on the SEC here. And we continue to call it the most staged lawsuit in the history of the SEC. So I'm not going to get excited on this date that's coming up. I'm not looking for an imminent breakout in XRP. I still see so much in the macro picture here that brings us down to the downside. But let's look at a bullish chart. Let me make that caveat and warning for everyone out here. Let's look at a bullish chart, even though I do think that we are going to be going back down to the downside here shortly. Now, check this out. This is from our good friend Dark Defender. Red alert for XRP, Bitcoin pair, and Bitcoin dominance. We analyzed XRP Bitcoin in June and July, and currently XRP flipped the first resistance in the month, proceeding to flip the second resistance soon. We all know what happens next, XRP community. Cheers. Well, I will say cheers to Dark Defender, cheers to the XRP community, cheers to everyone who is stacking digital assets with utility, actually trying to solve problems and make the world a better place by using digital assets, not doing Ponzi scheme pump and dumps and just BS, but actually solving something that matters for the world and humanity. God bless Ripple and team. We already know. Breakout is imminent, but imminent is a relative term that could last another year. Yes. If we extend out the timeline another year, I'm going to be making the same videos here for the next year. I'm not going anywhere. Sorry, we're not going anywhere. For the next year, I'm going to be saying your time is running out. Just like I was a year ago when XRP was over $1. We don't know what the hell is going to happen. And that's where I'm willing to admit that we predict, we decode, we pick dates, we look at the stars and the moon and the planets and everything aligning. And the alignment of all the cycles and everything you could ever monitor in regards to markets tells you that we're still yet to fall off here. So what's your program right now? Are you ready with cash on the sidelines? Although this chart here is about to flip, and I do think that XRP will rise once again above Ethereum to take the number 2 spot, I also believe that XRP will take its righteous spot at that number 1 once this SEC lawsuit's over, once this story's over, the staged events, everyone's played their role, did their dance, and, they've been able to roll out the new financial system for us. But let's pull up this chart. Let's take a look here. I guess you guys can already see it there. Kind of a little bit small, but hey, nonetheless, I'm not here to really actually go through this chart. I'm just here to say that all the TAs telling you the same story. From Dark Defender to anyone else who can do simple technical analysis on the XRP chart, on the XRP Bitcoin pair, on the Bitcoin dominance chart. Now, do timelines get extended? Could we still be waiting for a while? Are all of the people that are, struggling with this going to be commenting, let's just get to $1 first before we talk about solving trillion, quadrillion dollar problems? Yes. But folks, this setup is truly incredible. Now, speaking of technical analysis, let's take a look at my chart. Let's take a look at my Doofus Moron technical analysis for you guys, okay? And cheers to Dark Defender and others who actually know what the hell they're talking about. I like listening to those guys, okay? What we have here, I was sharing with my Discord group on Saturday on our weekly call. I was sharing what happened last year with the eclipses that took place in 2021. Last year, the lunar eclipse was November 18th through the 19th, and then we had a solar eclipse on December 4th. That was the day. So back in October, that's when I said, okay, Bitcoin bear market begins December 4th, but I thought that the new top was going to come in on that solar eclipse, December 4th new moon. What ended up happening is Bitcoin topped out on about November 10th, and then it did a 40% liquidation day. Within a couple days, it wiped out about 40%, just absolutely slaughtered the market. And so we did begin, the bear market truly did set in for Bitcoin on that exact date. This time around, I don't have the exact dates offhand for me. Maybe I could pull it up for you guys here in a second. But this time around, it is flipped. So we're going solar eclipse into lunar eclipse. And what's the next ones, I think, is October 25th is going to be the solar eclipse. And then the lunar eclipse is in November. I can't remember the exact dates, but I'll pull that up for you guys here later. And I'm going to be putting together my full... I kind of shared with my Discord this weekend in the weekly call. I shared some of my initial compilation of my research on the Shemitah and all of the other cycles that we've been able to go back and find in the patterns that we've seen throughout history. And so I'm going to be preparing a Shemitah deep dive. It's going to be a Shemitah cycle deep dive that I'm going to be putting together for my Discord group, and I'm going to be dropping that on the 17th of this month, 17th of September. Right before the Shemitah year ends on Rosh Hashanah. That's going to be taking place on the 25th through the 27th is Rosh Hashanah. And so we're going to be putting that together for our Discord group, because this setup over the next couple months is absolutely incredible. Check out what I found on the charts though. So this is the Bitcoin weekly chart. As you can see, after we dropped down from the all-time highs in November, we dropped down here. And then in January is when we reached a bottom of, what was that level? 32,000. So just under 33,000 in January. Bitcoin wicked down on the weekly chart to about the 32,000 level. Then for 9 weeks after that, it traded sideways and had a little bit of a relief rally. 9 weeks. Fast forward, after we had our dump that took place all throughout April and into May, bringing us through to July, where we bottomed out at 17,000 for Bitcoin just most recently. If you take the same pattern here, from the week we bottomed out, 9 bars out, it takes you to the most recent highs that we just hit at 25K. So are we going to follow the same pattern here, and it's just going to be continuation to the downside? Yes, we did get one weekly green candle, the tiniest weekly green candle here that took place. That was to wrap up the end of August, basically, and we just started. That was the weekly candle that we just went through. So we just started a new one today, right? Sunday. So on this, that was the only green candle here this last week that we had. And as you know, over the last week, we were just chilling around 20K. Did it feel like a green week? Did it feel good? Right? Folks, this pattern, this looks like it's lining up exactly for a breakout once again to the bottom. And so I am looking to place my next Bitcoin short. I'm watching this closely. I have cash set aside for XRP. And on the macro picture, everything that we talk about from real estate to the stock market, right? All of these markets still need to be cleansed out. Okay. So right now, what I'm watching here is, what is Bitcoin going to do this week? This week's pretty crucial. Are we going to get another little bit of a relief rally here to kind of fake people out? That's what I've been waiting for. You know, we get back up to 22K, 23K. Are we going to break 25K and break that most recent high? I don't think so. I don't think that we have it in us. I do not see anything that is going to be coming out in the news. In fact, I believe that this month, towards the end of this month, we're about to see a serious turn. But once I compile all that, I'm going to be putting that together for my Discord group. Hey guys, here's the exact dates and predictions that I have laid out for you. Prepare accordingly, invest accordingly. But to make this very simple for everyone, have cash ready. Do not be over leveraged right now. If you're new to trading, probably don't. Probably skip out on that. Not here to offer financial advice. This market's going to shake you up. This is not for a rookie right now. This is not for the noobs. You will get wrecked. And you need to use responsible leverage if you're going to use leverage. If you're going to use margin, if you're going to do any sort of plays like that, you got to be tapped in. But yeah, so we've been watching this thing closely, waiting for Bitcoin to break out. And I do believe that breakout's going to be the downside. Super chat from Michael Vartanian. Michael, sorry for butchering your name, Michael. A shakeout is a buying opportunity. God bless you, brother. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tether hasn't even collapsed yet, Tony. Exactly. There's still so many key points on our list. You bullet point out this list. I have a dozen events that still need to play out before the new financial system gets rolled out, right? From cryptocurrency events to stock market events to debt liquidity crisis events. This guy says you're finished, mate, wrecked. Andy, yeah, dude, I don't even worry about it. So, either way this thing goes, I'm completely prepared. I've been able to accumulate all of my bags. I've hit my targets. To be straight up with you guys, I just accumulate XRP. But during this next couple months, I'm going to be making my final buys. I don't know. I'm dropping my full program for my Discord, so I don't know. My exact moves get played out over there, but Sam Sheffield, thank you, brother. I appreciate that super chat, the 20. Thank you, brother. Good to end the weekend on a late night update, Zach. Just tossing some support. Axide in the house. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I'm going to be here for another little few minutes. So, guys, let me know what you're working with. Let me know what you're looking to buy during these times. Folks, be prepared, please. Please be ready. All the data, all the confirmations have been made. Now it's up to us to take advantage of the opportunity. Bam asks, what's my Discord? So I talk about every single asset class and how I'm investing. And then we have community members that share their stories and how they're investing as well. The community is a very strong group of like-minded individuals who are all on kind of a similar vibration frequency. And we're all aligned kind of within our investments and just how we, all try to be better people, be a better version of ourselves. And then there's just a lot of resources in there for, we've done classes on prepping, security, real estate. I've done webinars on business development, starting your business. Going forward, it's where I give all of my weekly updates where I tell my group what I'm working on in both my businesses, what investments I'm making, what my current program is in depth. Even though my program is relatively simple, I can go into a little bit deeper detail and we can have a little bit better of a dialogue in the weekly calls because everyone asks their questions and then we have a hangout session basically every week where, we get to talk about the most recent events, what's coming next, how we're prepping. So all of the research on all of the ISO cryptos there, we've accumulated that. Just a lot of resources are over there as well for you, as well as you can get in touch with me and directly communicate with me over there as well. Zach, what do you think about everyone saying there's more downside? Shouldn't we be more contrarians? That's what's tough when I'm trying to talk about the markets here. It's really tough to kind of lay this out for you guys. This week, I would not be surprised if we roll up to 22K, 23K. We get excited all again. Oh my gosh. Every time we have a green week, all these guys come on here and say, oh, the bottom's in, right? There's still a lot of people that think that the bottom's in. And they could be right. They honestly could be right. But there's just too many data points that I'm seeing that tell me we need to go lower. We have to. Fundamentally. We have to get some people out of the space. That's not just crypto either. Not just crypto either. Zach looks like a boy band member. Yes, just so everyone's clear, I do not dye my hair. These are just, it's natural from the sunlight. I get a lot of sun and my hair, my tips kind of go a little more blonde. So I swear this is natural. Back in the day when Backstreet Boys were popping, I will admit I did frost my tips back when that was the thing to do. This is natural. Full disclosure, I tell you guys about how I'm investing. Hair program. No, actually, within the last year, I started to see that my hairline did start receding within the last year. And I was like, oh, shoot, here we go. Because at my age, I've started to see some of my friends and others, they're definitely receding. But I was like, feeling like I was riding pretty good so far. Then within the last year, oh boy. You have a baby girl, a little princess. No gray hairs yet, but they're on the way. That's fine. That's fine. With gray hairs will come wisdom. DCA your hair. There you go. Dollar cost average. This week is a fake out pump, probably. Andy, exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. Zach, do you see the SEC case ending by this year? Man, I can't even give you a prediction on that. I hope and pray every single day, God, please, just let us go. Just let us have clarity, please. I promise we'll be righteous and we'll do great things with our wealth. Every single day, man. We're crashing this week. Matt, I've been waiting for that rally to come in over the last week, and we had the weekly candle was slightly green. You guys saw that chart. That was a joke of a weekly candle. And so there's just not much strength in the market right now. Not much strength at all. And Europe is getting smacked. Their situation over there is really serious. We are most likely to see the euro fail before the US dollar. So, be ready for that. And this is why we watch Europe so closely with the energy crisis. This is one stream in the last couple months that I didn't talk about the Europe energy crisis, but here I am talking about it. It's so crucial. It's so critical what's taking place in Europe and with the euro dollar. So we'll continue to watch that. One thing to also watch is the currency pair with these currencies against gold. Watch their relative price to gold and watch that closely. And that might have you thinking about some precious metals. By the way, link at the top of my website. Head on over to zachrichter.com. At the very top, precious metals. They'll hook you up. Got to meet the minimums. But check them out. If you're serious, you need to roll over your 401k. Precious metals at the very top. Other than that, establish a good relationship with your local dealer. I go to my local guy every chance I get. Zach, have you read Executive Order 14067? Look into Section 4. What executive order is that one, Arthur? Is that Biden's executive order? Or is that one of Trump's executive orders? Because in my next Rumble live show, I'm going to be talking about Trump's executive orders and what he did, and I'm going to be doing a deep dive, but it's going to be for everyone over on Rumble. It's going to be constitutional law, our history, military law, bringing us forward to the 2020 election, going forward, what to expect next. That's what it's going to be about. If you're about that action, if you can handle the adult conversation, if you want to know the truth, if you want to understand our laws, our history, what makes this country so great. We beat Andrew Tate to Rumble. But yes, we are. We're not on the Andrew Tate program, but yes, we do have a different conversation over at Rumble. If you guys haven't checked us out over there, for sure, check us out. Yes, Biden's executive order. Yes, that is the data point that we already covered earlier. If you go back and watch, so here this week on Tuesday, the reporting is due for Biden's executive order. And I don't know if Jeremy even has that right. He says that that's due Tuesday, which would put us at what, the 6th? I thought that it was due the 9th, but nonetheless, 6, 9, whatever it is. The date is going to be this month, and this is supposed to be the reporting. Now, the Treasury Department's already released their report, but no one has been able to see it. And so, yeah, so there's the data point right there for you. Jeremy Hogan with that tweet. So, yeah, we already covered that one. But another critical date in regards to cryptocurrency that you need to be watching out for, guys, for sure. Hope you guys like the new setup. We're trying to up the game, always trying to bring better content to you guys. Always trying to bring you guys what matters most. So I just appreciate everyone for helping me grow this channel. We got a lot of progress happening right now and really looking forward to the future, guys. It's going to be a very, very critical time to be tapped in over the next few months. So if you guys can do me a favor, just make sure you smash that thumbs up and then share this message far and wide with other individuals. Okay, thank you so much. Tony, you like the purple tonight? Yeah, we switched up the lighting, a little bit of purple vibes. Fresh logo update on Twitter, on YouTube. You'll be able to see that fresh logo update. Team's really working hard with me behind the scenes, and I'm really looking forward to what the value that we're going to be bringing over the next month. I think is going to be really massive. I think it's going to be uncompared in the space. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And then the merch that we got coming is going to be super lit as well. So really, really looking forward to finishing out this year. This year, really incredible year. Definitely a crazy one. We're coming up here the last month of Q3, and then we're going to be rolling into the last quarter of the year, the last 3 months of this year, finishing off your 2022. Are you going to be participating in the recession? Are you going to be, did you take advantage of what 2022 brought us? The chaos that we already have had, and what we're talking about coming down the road here, folks. You want to be tapped in. You want to have a community. You want to kind of, for me, it's about having people that you can actually have these conversations with, that understand, that are tapped in on this level. Out in the everyday life here, not everyone's really tuned in like this, right? This is a different program over here. Michael, thank you once again for another super chat, 5 spot. Appreciate that. The Chinese real estate market is going to dump and the US market is going to follow suit. So we covered, what was that, 2 weeks ago? China real estate sector is a $60 trillion asset class. That's right, folks, $60 trillion asset class. I'm going to fact check that right now as we speak, just so I get that right. How big is Chinese real estate? $52 trillion. Yeah. So 50, 60 trillion. That value's probably been smashed. So massive sector, massive asset class that's going to impact the whole world and property markets across this planet. Where Chinese investors were choosing to invest. All part of the debt and liquidity crisis as well, and all part of these other countries besides the United States are moving ahead at full speed. China already has their digital dollar rolled out, already has their citizens fully in the program. Let's just leave it at that, right? Fully in the program. Model country for the new world order. The changing world order. Whatever you want to call it. Model citizens, model country. One-third of their GDP. Naked golfer. Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, that's truly incredible. Do you think that we will reach 100 within the next 12 months? Are you talking about XRP? Anything's possible. Zach, have you checked into Elon's partnership with T-Mobile for his cell service? I think he's using Dent. I have not seen anything on that. DM me on Twitter or tag me in something on Twitter, or you can email me if you have any good information or resources or anything. If you're looking to get in touch, you can head on over to my website and email me directly there. Do you think that Cypherium is a distraction to get us to drop XRP? I think that there's many distractions to get us off of XRP. Absolutely. I have not gone deep on Cypherium. I haven't even really taken too serious of a look at it. I know that it got flirted, it got tossed around, that they're working on Fed now. They're partnered up with the Federal Reserve, something like that. I mean, what the heck? I'll write it down, and if I get time, I'll take a look at Cypherium, because I know I should, because I know there's a lot of people that are telling you that Cypherium is important. So for the community, I will definitely take a look at that, at least a quick glance. Brian, God bless you, brother. Brian, thank you so much. On point, Zach. Keep it real. Patience is the key in this game. Thank you so much, Brian. Yeah, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. For me, I'm actually excited, right? I'm getting anxious because I'm waiting for these opportunities. Truly incredible what we're seeing now in real estate. Depends on your market, but be ready. There you go. Australia, Victoria, Melbourne, here. Exactly, yeah. Love to see it. You guys tuning in from across the world, thank you so much. Okay. Fair warning, everyone. I'm going to check the TikTok comments. Oh boy, here we go. TikTok, what are you guys working with? Will Ethereum ever go below 1,000 again? Yeah, we could do another 50% drop in the crypto space easily. That's kind of my target. So yeah, I mean that potential is there for sure. Yeah, especially if we have a flop with the Ethereum 2.0 merge. Chris, thank you for the gifts on TikTok there. Thank you. Which date for CBDC? Jeremy Hogan says the 6th. I've heard the 9th. I think here within the next week or so, we're going to have the report due on the executive order from Biden. Let's just see. TikTok's crazy, man. What are the Bitcoin machines at the corner stores? Yeah, it's just allowing people to get some Bitcoin out of the ATM or whatever, buy some Bitcoin. As the Pope said, less than 30 days countdown till chaos. Everything starts at 1 or the 1st of October. Gas, God bless you, brother. Good to see you, Gas. Haven't seen you in a while, man. Hope you're doing well out there. That was a right in front of your face, right? Mr. Pope Francis telling everyone to get their money back to the Vatican Bank. Hap Chandler, I appreciate that super chat on YouTube. Thank you. I think you should wear a cowboy hat for the show. Just try it out. I do not own a cowboy hat, and I really don't wear hats ever. Are the ISO tokens the one to buy? I own a couple. Why am I getting called a red coat in TikTok? See, this is why TikTok's so ridiculous. There's just trolls calling me red coat. What are you? You call me a British soldier? TikTok, man, it's crazy. What a platform. Are you sending merch to Australia? I don't believe that we can send merch to Australia right now. Korea, we got Korea in the chat. What has Korea rolled out their CBDC yet in South Korea? Paul says ISO compliance does not equal an automatic winner. Yep. Very true, Paul. What's up, Slurix? Al Capone, cheers, mate. Thank you, brother. Yeah, cheers, guys. Cheers, nice shirt. Yeah, if you guys want to get this shirt, head on over to my website, check out the merch. It is there, and we got some fresh stuff coming for the holiday season. It's gonna be lit, man. Really looking forward to it. Dingo made it to the chat. He says the XRP is gonna be the biggest disappointment. Dude, love your crypto talks, but yeah, you're a red coat. See, this is, dude, I literally, TikTok is crazy, man, because I literally can't even use the app, man. It's like, I've had like 5 people in the chat here calling me a red coat, and I keep blocking them, and they just keep showing up. Like, there's just that many trolls on TikTok. It's crazy. All right, what else are you guys working with? Let me take a few questions. Please touch on mentors. Yeah, I got mentors for each asset class. That's how I come up with my own strategies. Is I pick a few in each asset class or sector, and usually I try to get a couple that kind of contradict themselves, or not themselves, but each other. So I'll get like 2 or 3 opposing ideas for the same asset class or sector. Use that to mold my strategies and my program, what I'm doing. So as regards to specific asset classes, you know, we got ones for each one. I know TikTok is crazy, but that's how I found you, so don't give up on it. Yeah, I'll never give up on TikTok. I love TikTok. I love TikTok. It's a great app. They just are working out some stuff for sure. Yeah, TikTok's funny though. Thoughts on Brad Garlinghouse selling nearly 600 million of XRP for personal gain? That's a good question. I don't know if that's even true, but it doesn't bother me in the slightest. Brad deserves every penny of that. Will Europe let their people freeze, or would the work with Russia to stop this madness? Good question, Samson. Looks like they're planning bailout packages right now, inflationary. It's kind of like the Inflation Reduction Act that they're doing here in America. They're doing these like 50, 60 billion dollar deals in Sweden, and a couple other countries have announced them, where I don't know what they're planning on doing with this money or where it's coming from. They're just going to print more money, and that's going to how they're going to reduce inflation and cover. The problem is that they're finally admitting, I didn't share any of this news in tonight's live show, but they're finally admitting that the energy problem could be as systemic as like the Lehman crisis of '08. Basically, as all of these businesses and energy firms go bust, and what it's causing over in Europe could break the whole system. And we need to watch this closely, because Europe will go first, then America will fall. We covered in the last live stream how Turkey's inflation is at nearly 80%. And it actually could be worse than that. That's just kind of what they're reporting and admitting to. And so some of these other countries are really going bust, the debt and liquidity crisis reaching a climax sooner than America and the rest of Europe. Why does the angry man that yells a lot not buy into crypto when he probably knows the truth behind XRP? I'm assuming you're talking about Dan Pena. Dan doesn't need cryptocurrency. I just don't think that he really cares about the technology. He's so old that he's not going to be adopting technology like that really so much. And I just don't think he cares. And if he does need to do it for his businesses, he'll just find someone to help him do that. I don't think that he really cares about it too much. And I think that he knows that the CBDC plan is the plan and program that they're going to roll out. So I think that that's why he's not too into the crypto space, is because he understands that 99% of cryptos are going to go away. He understands that when people find out who actually created Bitcoin, if they were to ever find out, he says it would drop to zero instantaneously. Would that be the case? I don't know about that, dropping to zero instantaneously, depending on whoever they admitted created Bitcoin. But I think that when people actually did find out that it's created by some sort of government intelligence agency, it was created by people that were working with the government, that whole Bitcoin narrative kind of goes bust, and yeah, it would go to the downside in a massive way. I don't know if that's ever going to occur for Bitcoin. It might be better for Bitcoin that we don't figure out that basically people that were working with our government intelligence agencies created Bitcoin. Is it wise to have 401k switch to metals? Good question, Al Pavon. I do think that the metals are going to play a fantastic role in the new financial system. I think that they are being used to back currencies as we speak, sovereign currencies. And I think that it should be in every single person's portfolio, should be considered for sure. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here to offer financial advice, but I have just recently partnered up with someone that can help you roll over your 401k. If that is something that you're looking to do, you can head to my website, zachrichter.com. At the very top, there's a link, Precious Metals. Hit that, give them your info, and they will get in touch and contact with you for rolling over your 401k. Is the stock market overvalued? Yes. Would I be in stocks? No. Am I in stocks right now? No. What would I be looking to do in the stock market, equities market? Pre-IPO exclusively. Getting a chunk, a private deal with these companies before they go public. You're going to need to be an accredited investor, or you're going to need to create the company yourself. That's the rules of the road. That's the rules that we got to play by. The SEC needs to protect investors. So if you're not rich, if you're not already wealthy, then you can't do pre-placement IPO stock options. I would not want to be in this stock market right now. The traditional stock market that's available for every common man to invest in, and the program that they've shilled to us for decades, the 401k scam. I pulled my money from my 401k back in 2016 that I had for my job before I went into my own business. Pulled it all. Took the penalty. Actually think that I use it to invest in my company, actually. But yeah, if you guys need someone, if you guys want someone to help you roll over your 401k, or you just want to buy metals and you can actually get them shipped, the physical metals, to your door, you can secure them yourself, head on over to my website, zachrichter.com. At the very top, that precious metals link will take you right there. Who will be the president of the United States in 2024? It will for sure be Trump. For sure, 100%. I would bet everything. Not financial advice, but I would bet everything. If I could find a market casino to make that bet, I would bet everything that by 2024 he will be our president. Wow, that's crazy on the 401k. Let me make another caveat. If you are working a job and your employer is paying and matching what you put into a 401k, you might want to just take advantage of that. I'm not here to be your financial advisor. I'm just telling you that I look at all of this stock market, all of the plays that are there to be had. Other than short-term trading, I would not be participating in stocks, period, unless it's pre-IPO. The real money gets in early before it gets made available to the masses. Now, a lot of the pre-IPO stocks that you could be buying right now on some of these popular platforms that you will hear being endorsed by other influencers, are some of those companies overvalued? Probably. There's so much damn money in the system, guys. It all goes back to that. What the Federal Reserve pumped us up to, what they created by creating all this inflation. There's so much damn money in the system that, yes, basically every asset class you're going to find overvaluation. Dose of Motivation says, oh, okay, yeah, I got an employer match. Exactly what I'm talking about. You're never going to hear me say, take the penalty. Back when I did one-on-one sessions with my Discord group during the winter when I had a little bit more free time, I was doing one-on-one sessions with my Discord group, going over their portfolios, everything. And I did not tell one person, cash out your 401k and move it to crypto, cash out your 401k, move it to something else. You should only do that if you understand the next asset class that you're moving it into, and you understand the penalties that you're going to take, and you have a serious program for where you're going to be investing that money. And to me, it's kind of a no-brainer. If your employer is going to match what you put into your 401k, well, okay, hopefully you can catch some returns. Obviously, the traditional stock market does not compare to cryptocurrency, does not compare to real estate, does not compare to having your own business. But if you have it and they're going to contribute, might as well take advantage of it. But yeah, you will never hear me be that guy. The next president of the United States will be a puppet of the financial elite. Don't make them heroes, Paul. Exactly. So no matter who it is, we got to change our situation for ourselves, right? We got to hold ourselves accountable. We got to have a program that works, no matter who the president is. Trump's not going to make you rich. Biden's definitely probably not going to help you out. If he does, that'll be fantastic. That'll be great. Word is the Fed is going up another 75 basis points. Yeah. Looks like they're going to raise at least another 50 points, if not another 75, which brings the market down. Brings all markets down. He'll never set foot in the White House again. Okay, that's fine. Invest accordingly if that's what you think. I don't care. I really don't care what anyone's opinion is on Trump. Let's just spare the conversation. What are you doing right now to survive this crisis? Let's spare the conversation. Let's spare the politics. What the hell are you doing? How's your program working out? You going to have a job in 6 months? What's the value of your real estate doing? It looked pretty damn good on paper, didn't it? What's the value of it right now? What are the comparables? How's your cash flow? You starting up a side hustle right now? You starting your business during a recession, which is actually a fantastic opportunity to start your business or buy businesses? If you are so smart, why do you need our money? I don't need your money. I do appreciate the support though, you know. Banks won't be needed much after the switch to CBDC. We expect every sector in our economy to be dislocated, to be transformed. That includes banking. We expect every asset class, every sector to be consolidated. So, yeah, it doesn't matter what business you're in, you're about to get shaken up by technology and the events that are about to play out. Jemmy says, I guess we got haters in the crowd tonight. Jemmy, TikTok, you already know the deal. Thoughts on drop shipping and Amazon FBA? Really overhyped, a lot of competition. I think way lower margins than a lot of people would suggest. I think that a lot of people just want to sell those programs on drop shipping and that. So they're making money off the drop shipping programs. They're really not making that much money off of their actual business. That's just my speculation. I don't know that to be. Now, of course, there's always people that are actually making the top 1% within that business. They're killing it. They're killing it, but that's the top 1%. So let me be right back. 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, I got fantastic news for you guys. Bay is asleep, so we can have one more adult beverage together. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys could smash that thumbs up for me, I would greatly appreciate that. Okay, God bless you all out there in this community. I appreciate all of you guys so much. Seriously, I really do. Thank you so much, guys. But let's have one more together. Thank you. Just got my plumbing license from the contractor state license board in recession. Also working on getting my general contractor's license. Michael, that's what I'm talking about. Taking action, starting that business, going to get this market share when your competition is scared. Your competition is retracting. You go full steam ahead, take back that market share for yourself, continue to grow. I love to hear that. Thank you. Hi, Zach. Great content. What are your thoughts on XDC? I'm a fan of it. I think that they're going after a big market. They're looking to solve big problems valued in the trillions of dollars, and that's what I look for in a cryptocurrency. That's why we got the triple X shirt, the XRP XLM XDC. Pretty much any trades job going to hold value in the future. There are some jobs AI or tech can't do, that's for sure. Carlos, that's a great point. I'm actually looking for, I think that a lot of blue collar people are actually going to do really well over the next little bit, for sure. For sure, because there's a shortage of tradesmen and women, and they'll just be able to get more money for their services. Yeah, no one wants to do that kind of labor. Absolutely, Carlos. Great opportunity. Great opportunity. Should we bother trying to share our message with others, or is it not worth the time and ridicule we will receive? You know, you do have to have thick skin when you're having some of these conversations and dealing with some of these people, but some people, you know, respectfully, you can just agree to disagree, and or you can just avoid those conversations completely. Um, yeah, for me, I try to avoid most of those conversations because I don't. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that. Some of these people for sure aren't worth the time, but here I am. I still post on TikTok and YouTube every day, trying to, you know, help as many people as I can, and we just, you know, we don't let the haters or any of that nonsense get in our way, right? We just continue pushing forward, and we don't care what they say. Do you foresee an upswing with the trade schools? Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, they'll do really good. I think that the traditional model is collapsing and failing, and that's why they're having to do the debt forgiveness, and that's only going to drive up the price further. Um, Crazy. Is XLM a security? There's a case to be made. I'm going to be dropping an XLM deep dive for you guys here shortly. Robert says, let's go, Zach. Epic Studio upgrades. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. Thank you. What's the highest ADA will reach? I have no price predictions on ADA, Robert. I apologize for you on that one. Yep. Fully licensed tradesmen making 40 to 50 Canadian an hour up here. Yep. No way should you take quant over XLM. Cool Cat Crypto says on YouTube. Yeah, they're both doing a little something. You said you have a team. What does your team do? We got people helping me edit clips, administration stuff on the back end, running my Patreon Discord community, and yeah, also communicating. Yep, just everything. Everything that a content creator would need on the back end, who is way too busy, but continues to try to push out content every single day and help as many people as I can before this situation goes even crazier. So yeah, huge shout out to the team. Also on Chainlink, from my understanding, you don't even need the token to actually use the Oracle, so that kind of defeats the whole purpose, right, of the investment. But probably need to do a deep dive on Chainlink sometime. Carlos asks, Zach, where is the small fake plant? Right here. And I got the other one right next to me. So I made another adjustment to the studio setup here. We're still not exactly where I want to be, and I still have a few other things to be doing in here. But we're getting our game up for you guys, and you know, we're just trying to bring the best presentation and quality for you guys. And then we also try to, you know, bring unmatched value as far as actionable advice and action plans that you guys can be taking and implementing right now. You know, it's one thing to talk about the crazy situations, the crises that we face. It's another thing to actually talk about on a daily basis the strategies and what we're doing, you know? Are we really going to the digital dollar in the US? Yes, and I think that they're going to get rid of cash and or Maybe they let cash keep around, but for sure rolling out the CBDC. How many team members do you have, Zach? I can't count them. A lot of people are behind me. A lot of people support me. A lot of people believe in my message. A lot of people believe in my community. We have a very strong backing, and I'm very thankful for that. No. Lee Mess, ever conceited about the ODL partners just waiting for the court case to settle before they start selling XRP on the secondary markets? No. I don't think so. Nope. I think it's the complete opposite. I think that they're doing deals for pre-allocation on that Ripple escrow. The serious players are inking deals for escrowed XRP in the future. I think that that's really what they're doing. They get a little bit of it and they say, holy shit, this actually works really well. Saves us a lot of money. And we can offer new solutions for our customers, new offerings. We're going to need a little bit more of that, please. Ripple, Brad, team, please. Can we just get a little bit more XRP pre-allocated to us? Thank you. We know you're going to be getting another billion released next month. We'd like to scoop 100 million XRP up from you, please. Brad and team says, yeah, okay. Here's the price. You're not buying it at the price that's being traded on the public market right now. You're going to buy it at a much higher premium from us directly. What kind of deals are being had behind the scenes, guys? I mean, it's all speculation to be had, right? But it's truly incredible to see how many people have partnered up with Ripple and now how many are actually using XRP and all the different countries and corridors that we now have XRP settlement happening for cross-border payments and treasury flows. The update that we get this month is the XLS20 NFT update for XRP. And the NFTs on the XRP ledger is not going to be Pudgy Penguins. Let's be very clear about that. Yes, you're going to have meme coins on the XRP ledger. You're going to have Pudgy Penguin NFT BS on the XRP ledger. But where this really gets down to serious problems, serious value, serious utility, liquidity on the XRP ledger is when we talk about the real estate plays. We talk about the land registry that just happened in Colombia using the XRP ledger for land registry, another utility here. And you're going to see NFT use cases cover every single asset of our economy. A tokenized internet of value that's going to go all the way from real estate contracts to pictures to art to your steps being tracked. And you're going to get rewarded in cryptocurrency for the amount of physical exercise you put out. Oh, and maybe they have a plan for putting a little chip in you to help track that even better. Apple Watch is the test. I don't have my Apple Watch on today. I do have an Apple Watch. Track your heart rate, track everything. The Internet of Bodies, the Internet of Things. It's an incredible place that we're going to. Incredible place that we're going to, guys. Zach, you're a real one. Thanks for answering so many questions. I appreciate that. Thank you. Buy silver. The COMEX is almost draining. Yeah, not financial advice, but just look at what's happening with the net long positions that we had in silver for only the third time ever. And last time we saw that, it was a 20% move to the upside for silver. We shared that in a recent live stream. So, and then we're seeing that the vaults are getting pulled. All of the vaults are getting cleared of the precious metals as well. Zach, if you play devil's advocate, what could be the most negative thing for XRP? that it's so important to the new financial system that they put us through this pain, this agony of being XRP holders who could see its future, but putting us through the most staged lawsuit in the history of the SEC. That is the only negative that I see with XRP. As far as the utility, the partnerships, the adoption, the future liquidity and utility that's going to be on this ledger, I only see upside. I only see positivity. Are there limits to the ledger? Yes. It can only do hundreds of thousands of transactions per second on the private ledger for central bank digital currencies. It can only do hundreds of thousands of transactions per second. That's a limit to the XRP ledger. Is that a negative? No. That's plenty. It's well more than Visa and other similar networks. So like I said, on Twitter, make sure you guys are following me over at Twitter. We just surpassed 7,000 followers over there. Huge shout out to everyone over there on Twitter. You guys can tag me in articles that you think I should share in my live show, and I will shout you out. And then you can also hit me up, hashtag Ask Zach. So just tweet out, ask me your question, but make sure you put the hashtag Ask Zach, and that's Zach with the Z-A-C-H, just like it is in all my usernames. And we will get your questions answered. I'm going to be trying to answering at least 1 or 2 questions every live show, even when I'm just giving a straight news update. Trying to drop these news updates between 17 and 33 minutes. That seems to be the sweet spot, but I'm always taking a few questions at the end of the show. And then my new thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be polling from Twitter and then also my Discord group as well. Which, huge shout out to Jemmy. Huge shout out to Jemmy in our Discord for actually sharing me this date, this little information about the clearinghouse meeting on September 6th with Sullivan Cromwell, Shearman Sterling, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, PayPal, the Federal Reserve, United States Treasury, Davis Polk, Louis Bokius, Swift, and Simpson Thatcher. Everyone that matters, including Bill Hinman's friends over at Simpson Thatcher, are all going to be meeting on September 6th. And they're talking about digital assets, stable coins, along with decentralized finance, stable coins, virtual currency, DeFi, opportunities, risk, implications, and challenges. September 6th. That's going to be taking place on Tuesday. So huge shout out to Jemmy. She's moderating for me on TikTok right now. So they're all going to be meeting here on September 6th. Looking forward to that. Yeah, so it's just gonna be back to back here with the dates in the events. You guys are definitely gonna want to make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Tapped In. If you want to get tapped into our group, now's a great time to join our group at the beginning of the month. And then on September 17th, I'm going to be dropping a Discord exclusive. My Shemitah cycle deep dive is coming September 17th, 2 weeks, give or take from now, is when I'm going to be dropping that for my Discord group. That's an exclusive because the topics are sensitive and it's a much deeper level of understanding that I can't just drop here on YouTube or TikTok. You can join my Discord group if you guys are looking to get access for that. But I think it's going to be one of the most critical pieces of content and deep dives that I've ever done because we're going to pin down the dates and the timeline of events really so spot on. I think it's going to be one of the most important things I've compiled. But I'm going to be dropping that on September 17th for an exclusive Discord community deep dive. What sector is BlackRock not in? Yeah, it's so true. So true. And I've heard people talking about how the hedge funds are ready to move on real estate once again once the prices go lower. They've got such a supply, such an inventory within their portfolios that they really control some of these markets. Some of them are taking massive losses. Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of people taking losses right now. But there are some who are positioned to load up even more during this time. And I think that this is going to be the greatest transfer of wealth in world history right here. Is you guys already hear it. You will own nothing and be happy. You will be renting an apartment, a coffin apartment potentially. They make them so damn small now. You're going to be renting a little coffin apartment with a shared little fake pad of grass for your little puppy dog to go. You will own nothing, be happy, and eat bugs, ride a bike to work, and not procreate. Don't have any children. And that's the program that they have ready for us, man. Truly incredible. And they're positioned to absolutely eat up these asset classes, buy up all these assets on the low. Carlos says, hey, leave my puppy dog out of this. No, I know all about the little puppy dogs. They're little cute things. I've had too many adult beverages. I can't say too much. Uh, all right, guys, I got like a couple more questions left in me. What are you guys working with? Let me know. What do you think about the news from China? Well, it's pretty tough to get good, solid news out of there, but the events that we're watching unfold, the bank runs, the liquidity crisis, the real estate sector imploding. Fascinating. Scary, for sure. Fascinating. Zach, what do you say to those that say they are using the ledger but not XRP? I'm assuming that you're talking about those that are using Ripple Net, not XRP. Yes. The last time I checked, it was about 25% of Ripple Net clients were using and settling with XRP. I don't know what the current number is at now. I would assume that it's growing, and I would also assume that many of the RippleNet clients are ready to flip that switch on and start settling with XRP and or using Ripple's liquidity hub to source digital assets at the best prices and to seamlessly be able to implement digital assets into their business models and plans and their strategies and their investments. So it's incredible. Ripple has really covered and held the hand of all the banks, financial institutions, and people that matter. They come, they approach with open arms, with a serious business deal to lay out before the people sitting across the table. And so in regards to that, yes, you are correct. There are people that are using Ripple's Ripple Network, where they are not settling with XRP, but that is 75% are not using XRP. From the most recent numbers that we got. Now, I'm going to be interested to watch this Q3 market report that we get from Ripple to see the on-demand liquidity numbers, to see how much XRP Ripple went and bought from the secondary markets. But the on-demand liquidity volume has grown, I think it's about 9 times year over year. So that's the key metric that tells you on-demand liquidity is growing. Okay? So yeah, you have 75% of the RippleNet clients aren't using XRP. For now, all it takes is one flip of the switch. All it takes is calling up Ripple's team, Source and Liquidity Hub. Hey, set us up. It's a go. We got clarity. They finally gave us clarity in our corridor, in our jurisdiction, in our country. And as I covered in my last show, there's $8 quadrillion that gets settled every year on 3 payment networks. That is going to be the ACI Worldwide, SWIFT, and the Clearinghouse within America. Nearly $8 quadrillion gets settled every year just on those 3 payment networks. Now, derivatives. We know conservative estimates are anywhere from 500 trillion to well over $1 quadrillion in derivatives, but many estimates put it well over 2 or 3 quadrillion because it's a shadow asset class. So we don't know how much value is actually tied up in derivatives that's shadow. We don't get to see it. So when you add just the derivatives market on top of those 3 payment networks, we know we have over $10 quadrillion worth of value to be settled and or to be represented by some sort of currency pair. Some sort of liquidity needs to be sourced for these assets, for these markets, for these networks. Settlement needs to happen daily. Volumes, $14 trillion daily settled at ACI Worldwide, $6 trillion daily at SWIFT, $2 trillion daily at the Clearinghouse. Who's going to do it? Who's going to settle it? That is the question, the multi-quadrillion dollar question. Truly incredible, the size of these markets. This person just asked, how are they going to take our wealth? Well, inflation is one way that's easily trackable. Inflation at 8.5%, it's about the worst in 40 years. That's one way that they're stealing wealth from the poor and middle class. What do you think will happen after December if the switch is flipped? Well, after the switch gets flipped, whenever that takes place, doesn't matter when it takes place, have you invested accordingly? Do you have enough of the assets that matter before they flip the switch? That's what matters. If it happens in December, if it happens next month, this month, next week, tomorrow, doesn't matter. We'll be in a different reality. That's what happens. We've invested in such a way that we'll be ready to move. We're ready to strike. Any thoughts on Canada, Zach? I love Canada. I love the Canadian people. I know many of them. I got Canadian family members. I really love Canada. Great people. Serious problems. Real estate got crazy. But they have a bunch of natural resources, beautiful land, beautiful country, great people. They're probably the most polite people in the world. I love Canadians. Felix with the 5 spot. Who will buy the retail XRP when they are at a very high price? Will we be even able to sell them? Well, anyone who needs to acquire XRP will go to the markets then to buy some, right? If they need it for utility, if they need it to build on it, for those that want to trade and speculate on it, as long as we're still able to buy and sell XRP, then there will still be speculation taking place. So, it's a good question, Felix. But I think that for many banks, financial institutions, when we get to a higher price, if they need the XRP, if they need to use it, they're going to buy it. It doesn't matter what the price is going to be. It's going to be the settlement token. It's going to be a reserve currency that is going to be used by many people, many banks and people that matter in the new financial system. So everyone's going to want some. But I don't think that they're as concerned about the public XRP. My estimates for how much XRP is in the public retail trader, Joe Blow, like you and me, all the way up to guys who have 1 million XRP plus back. Like they're Could you call them whales? Yes, but they're not banks and financial institutions, but they just are rich, right? They got some wealth. Us Joe Blow schmoes, anywhere from 1 million XRP down to a couple thousand XRP. My estimates of how much XRP we hold in custody is only probably about 20 or 30 billion. I think it's about half of what's circulating now, maybe less. But as soon as we get to higher prices, these banks and financial institutions, if they're in the know with Ripple on a set price, on a steady rise to a set price, then along the way, they'll be happy to buy up from retail investors. When we go to $10, they'll be happy to buy because they know it's going to $100. At $100, they'll be happy to buy because they know it's going to 4 and 5 digits. Now, they need it for the utility. Maybe they just want to hold it on their balance sheet as a reserve. But nonetheless, if they know and understand where this thing goes, they've sat at the right tables, they've done the right deals. Not only have they acquired XRP from the secondary markets potentially, or done deals with Ripple, or they have pre-allocated XRP, right? That's the real big question with XRP is, we don't even know if we're going to be able to get it. Whether they block us from getting XRP or the exchanges dry up. Ripple's not selling to the exchanges. That is reality. That is data that you can follow on the blockchain. Ripple is not giving XRP to exchanges that make it available for you and me, Joe Blow investor. Ripple does not care about us, Joe Blow investor speculator. They've said that many times. Are they looking to put a dent in the universe and service all 7-8 billion people on this planet? Yes. But they're looking to do it on the back end. They know that the real problems are on the back end wholesale level, not the retail solution, not the retail buy my coffee. They said that they were focused on that $150 trillion cross-border remittance platform first. I believe that they are tracking the derivatives market, and they understand that the internet of value is going to be valued in the quadrillions of dollars. What they are looking to do is settle up currency exchange, value settlement, security settlement, derivatives, real estate, NFTs of all shapes and sizes for banks and financial institutions on the back end is what Ripple's focus has been on. It is not on us. That's why they don't care that they're not giving XRP to retail exchanges. They don't care that we have it. They want to give it to their on-demand liquidity partners who will actually use it to source liquidity and treasury flows and build utility on. And then me and you, if we want to build our NFT project on the XRP ledger, we're going to go find XRP wherever we can get it so that we can actually use it and build upon it. It's very simple. Mr. Freshy Fresh, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. $555 in the YouTube chat tonight with us. Thank you so much, guys. 144 on YouTube. What's up? What's up, guys? Late night session. A little past my bedtime. We got permission to stay up. XRP is moving billions daily now at 30 cents because it settles in 3 seconds. Yes, but eventually you run out of that supply. Mr. Freshy Fresh, thank you for the super chat. Bro, looked into Azero. BDG XRP Veil is XRP Gale with his microscopic following. I have no idea what you just said, but I do appreciate the $5 super chat. I have no idea what you said. I mean, I've only had a couple of adult beverages, but I don't know what the hell you just said. Thank you for the support. XRP Veil, other influencers. Yeah, man, respect, whatever. You know, a lot of people sharing their work on XRP right now. Have I looked into Azero, though? No. No, I've never heard of that. Carlos, thank you. Yeah, guys, if you could smash that thumbs up, I greatly appreciate that. XRP is not moving billions per day right now. Yeah, you guys can go pull up the numbers for yourselves. I know that on-demand liquidity is up 9 times year over year. So, whatever that is. David, thank you. I appreciate your support, brother. Always appreciate you, David. Thank you. I see you. You know your XRP for sure? Yes. I wish I knew some more about other cryptocurrencies, but they don't excite me. They don't turn me on. Won't on-demand liquidity prevent any price rise due to it automatically meeting demands? There is. Okay, so let's run through this. $14 trillion at ACI worldwide, $6 trillion at Swift. That is $20 trillion daily. Okay, that needs to be settled up between two networks. 20 trillion daily. Who's going to do it? And if you go to do it with XRP, Swift sends 33 million transactions per year. ACI worldwide does 225 billion transactions in a year. Sorry, Swift does 33 million transactions per day. Let me get my facts straight. You guys can fact check me out there for yourselves. Swift does 33 million messages per day. ACI worldwide, 225 billion per year. 6,000 customers worldwide, $14 trillion daily settlement. Swift, 6. Add that up, that's $20 trillion daily settlement. Add in FedNow, add in any other payment networks across this globe. There's a lot of value to be settled up daily. If XRP gets any sort of this, there's only so much XRP that can be used to settle up tens of millions of transactions per day and or values in the trillions of dollars. You guys are so funny in the chat. You guys always crack me up. I need to go watch cartoons or Gunsmoke reruns. This is scary as shit. Most people can't handle the truth. Most people, you know, this program ain't for everyone. Not meant to be for everyone. Meant to be for those with eyes to see and, you know, tapped in on our frequency. Understanding our vibe. Understanding that it is much easier to, you know, just waste away being in La La Land, watching, you know, whatever the hell you're watching, playing the video games, doing whatever the, you know, whatever it is to just waste away. I like video games. I like watching. You know what show I'm watching right now? Blacklist. So me and the wifey, we're watching Blacklist right now. I like that show. I like watching shows that give me predictive programming. That's the only reason why I watch Netflix, Hollywood, BS crap. Blacklist is a nice, interesting little show for me. I like it. It has a bunch of government conspiracies, right up my alley. Love it. But like I said, I mean, yeah, we get 1 or 2 episodes in a night, maybe one. I don't spend all day watching TV. I don't play. I stopped playing video games years ago. And yes, I admit it would be much easier to check out. At times, I feel like checking out. What I do for therapy and to get my mind off things is garden. That is my go-to because I get in a zone gardening that just puts me in a different world and I just have a great time out there. Other than that, all I do is spend time with my ladies, my wife and my daughter. I don't care about anything else. I spend time with my family too, but mostly just my wife and my daughter. Yeah. So other than that, I garden and then I just focus on freaking stacking as much cash and metals and assets and resources as possible and staying with God and staying strapped and praying that praying for peace but preparing for the worst. Find out whatever that is for you, though. You know, whether that's gardening, if even if you use video games. I have nothing against anything that, you know, you're enjoying life, whatever, man. If your program's working out for you, have at it. Have at it. Polona, Pfizer, thank you for the 5-spot euro. Just came across your tweet. Do you believe we will be able to buy XRP if it goes down to 13 cents? Yeah. So I shared this tweet. Let me pull this up. You guys can check this out. Let's go to my profile and let's go to boom. So you guys can see there, we just switched up the logo and you guys can check that out. We got some new merch on the way. 7,000 followers on Twitter that we just hit. That was pretty cool. Okay, so yeah, huge shout out to King Solomon for finding this. Holy cow, I totally forgot to share this with you guys. Okay, I will come back to this, but let me answer this super chat from, who was that? Polona. Thank you. I'm sorry that I butcher you guys' name sometimes. This was the tweet that I was talking about, though. You guys ready? And I retweeted Genie. He's at Reborn13 on Twitter. Bitcoin 13,000, XRP 13 cents. He says, pin it. And I asked the question, are you guys ready? We're ready. We are 100% ready to go. Okay. For me, I see the crypto space going down another 40 to 50% minimum. If I'm wrong, I've packed my bags. I'm ready to ride that wave to paradise. Give us the utility run. Give us clarity. That's the thing about when you have a winning hand, right? I don't care that he wants to play around. I can up the ante. I can get him to go all in across the table from me. That's what we're doing with the cabal, the central bankers, the elite, all these people that are playing this game and stalling this out. We're taking advantage of that opportunity and packing our bags accordingly. If they decide to send it, we've packed our bags. We take advantage. If they try to kill us right now, which I am betting on, I believe that they're going to set this up, controlled demolition, sacrifice, whatever you want to call it, recession, depression, define it, whatever you want, call it whatever you want, love whoever you want, believe in whatever you want. I don't care. Will you survive? Are you making more money than you were last year? What's your plan for the next 12 to 18 months? Do you have your prepping and essentials? Do you have a hedge against hyperinflation? What are you going to do if the lights go out? What are you going to do if the internet goes out? What are you going to do about the health crisis? $0.13 XRP, $13,000 Bitcoin. I can bring up those charts. I can show you those levels. Yes. Yes. Yeah, for sure. When? I'm going to be putting together my predictions, like I said, for that Shemitah cycle deep dive that I'm going to be putting together. I'm going to be putting together the exact dates and timing of all the events, all of the different cycles. It's more than just the Shemitah. There's other cycles as well that we're going to tie and tap into it. Then we also have the election that we're going to be going through as well. But over the next 3 to 6 months, I do expect this market to bottom out. I myself am preparing cash on the sidelines, ready to buy, ready to short Bitcoin, because I just absolutely get off on shorting Bitcoin. So we're looking to short. Real estate, looking to buy. Businesses, looking to acquire, looking to grow and expand. Clients, understand what our clients are dealing with. It's a serious situation, okay? We're going to take care of them. Right now, it really matters, you know, when someone wants to invest in a landscape job. I view it as an investment, right? These people are having to decide what to do with their money. Should I put, you know, 5-10 grand into a landscape right now? Well, we have gotten to a point in our landscape construction where we're solving problems that matter. We're putting in stuff that saves them from tens of thousands of dollars worth of damage, retaining walls and drainage and other projects that have to be done. See, this is where you got to prepare your business. We have maintenance programs for cash flow. We have landscape jobs that bring in more revenue, higher dollar amounts. Okay? But during this time, we got to cover ourselves. Do we have clients that just want to ball out? Hey, give us a sick patio and awesome landscape. Let's build it out. Okay, yes, let's go. Boom, done. Do we have clients that, hey, I got this problem. My house flooded last year. See, folks, if you haven't picked up by now, I'm pretty serious when it comes to actually my programs, my strategies, my service offering, the value that I'm going to bring to my clients, to this world, my program. What am I going to do for people? I take it so serious. And over the last year, actually, we had clients that we had major floods in our area. Major floods. We're solving those problems right now. Same thing when we talk about in cryptocurrency. We're looking at people that are solving trillion-dollar problems. In my little landscape business, in my little corner of the United States where I do my work and provide my service, we're solving $10,000 problems plus. Easily, right? And that's an investment that people are making, that they need to make. We're going to get it done for you. Cryptocurrencies, precious metals, real estate, business, you already know the whole deal, guys. I love you guys in the chat, man. I love all you guys that have businesses because you understand what I'm talking about when I talk about this. Yeah. And for those of you who don't have a business, you're not looking to start a side hustle, you just got a job. That's fantastic. One of my community members actually just told me that they got a raise. They got promoted to, I forget what the position was, but nonetheless, that's what I'm talking about. That's what our program was all about. I said, okay, first off, recession to-do list, take care of your prepping and essentials. Make sure you can ride out whatever the hell is going to come our way. Second, we got to get our income up and we got to make sure that our job is secure. And if it's the right time, if you got some motivation, start your side hustle, start your business. But if you got a job, that's great. Make sure it's secure. And then you go to your boss and you ask, how do I provide more value? While we have so many people, what's the term that's going around right now that's super popular? It's not passive quit. It's like passive quitting. What the hell is it? Quietly quitting? Whatever the hell they got these millennial freaking do nothing people on. Whatever the hell it is, quietly quitting, where you don't do anything extra. You don't go above and beyond and try to provide more value. You just quietly quit, sit back in your cubicle. Oh, you get to work from home, but you're still doing nothing with your life, providing no value. That's a dead end road. And will you have a job in 12 to 18 months? As we're seeing from the work from home program, Tesla, all these other major companies calling people to come in. Come on in. No, you need to come in. If you don't, we view it as you resigned. So how'd that program working out? You know, you were chilling, cracking cold ones by noon, working from home. I know you guys are guilty out there. I know what you were doing. It worked, but it's not going to work in the future. So you got to get tapped in right now. You got to do something about it right now. Is your job secure right now? And that member telling me that he just got promoted is just as important as someone telling me that they started their side hustle, that they started their business. Telling me that, hey man, yeah, I just got promoted. I'm making more money for my family. I'm taking care of my family right now. I got all my investments. I got my strategies, my plans. Just as important. I'm not here to glamorize hashtag entrepreneur, hashtag boss bitch. It's a joke. That's a joke. Come on. The participation trophy doesn't matter. Putting hashtag whatever the hell in your bio ain't going to matter in a recession, depression, liquidity, debt crisis that we're going through right now. You're about to get smacked if you're not a real player in business. So you better know what the hell you're doing. Hopefully you're not over leveraged. Guys, give me 1 second. Now, I had a few people tell me that they want the 3 and 4 hour live sessions back. So I figured we can run it up a little bit tonight. How long? Almost 2 hours on the live chat tonight. That's way too long, way past my bedtime. But hey, we're having fun. I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate all of you guys tuning in. One thing though, please smash that like button and please share this message far and wide after we're done. After the session is over, if you could just share some of my content with other people, try to get some other people tapped in, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys. Heather says, yo, Big Zach, give a shout out to my buddy, William Maxwell. William Maxwell. Hope you're doing well out there, brother. You guys are fun. You guys are fun. I appreciate you guys so much. Uh-oh. Just heard the princess. The princess has awakened. Might have to go save her. Uh-oh. Be right back. Please smash the like button. Thank you so much. Pack your bags now from David Schwartz. Yeah, I saw that tweet. You know, David's always dropping little hints, giving us little clues. Huge shout out to David. You guys are funny. I was hoping you were going to bring her in here. No, definitely not. Zach, have you noticed that all the other crypto TikTokers have gone away? I still see some of them, you know, they're still doing their thing. It's definitely changed though, hasn't it? Definitely has changed. Dude, not many people are going to get rich off XRP. 100,000 people tops based on the XRP rich list. Yeah, dual citizen. That's a good point. What did we just cover? That was just about a week or so ago that we covered how many XRP holders there are. Not how many XRP holders there are. I'm blanking on what that data point was. I forget what that point was. Wait, no, 10,000 plus. Or no, up to 10,000 XRP. Was that what it was? You guys let me know in the chat. What was that? that data point. Only 100,000 holders have more than 10,000 XRP. Is that what it was? Zach, any plans to go back on BitBoy Crypto? Yeah, we'll probably be back on Around the Blockchain, I'm sure, at some point. Why would the cabal or elites let random people get rich from their project? As I just covered, there's only about 100,000 of us that are actually holding significant bags of XRP, and even less that will hold those bags up to those higher prices. So they don't care about us. They really don't care. We don't stand in their way at all. As long as all they're cared about is them being able to accumulate these assets that are going to matter in the new financial system. Whether that's gold, whether that's silver, whether that's they're going to buy up real estate, like we're about to see the hedge funds like BlackRock, Blackstone, and others are preparing funds right now to go buy up more real estate during this downturn. So they're ready to buy all these assets. They don't give a shit about the common man, moving on them. No, we can't compete with them. Why would they even make it public? They needed to test the network. When's my next Rumble Truth session? I'll let you guys know on Twitter. I'll let you guys know when I schedule my next Rumble. But my next Rumble is going to be absolutely lit. I'm just telling you right now. No joke, no clickbait, no BS. Just it's going to be freaking on point. And it's going to really matter. It's going to really matter. Thanks for everyone's coaching tonight. Good night. That was someone, I swear, that was someone that I blocked earlier in the chat. Did we just save someone? A troll that I blocked earlier in the chat now comes back around and thanks us for helping him out. Crazy how that works when you have an open mind and you're not a troll. Michael, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Dirty hands make clean money, Zach. Then we get XRP. Amen. I just keep on saying, I don't care how you make it. I just want to make sure that your job, your business is secure, recession proof. And then how do we make more? That's got to be your main focus right now as we go through an inflation crisis and as we have an opportunity of a lifetime, an opportunity of a generation or maybe even multiple generational opportunity at hand. I saw on my Discord that some of these cycles, some of the events that we're seeing play out haven't happened in hundreds of years. Not just like a generation, once in a generation opportunity, but literally this hasn't happened in a couple centuries. And that's really what it is. When you look at the internet of value, what is going to happen between technology and a new reserve currency status set, it's going to be truly incredible. Yeah, why wouldn't they just buy all the XRP? Well, Ripple is the custodian of that XRP escrow. So you would have to ask them, why aren't you just giving it away? Over the last year or so, they continue to put about 80% of the escrow back into the escrow. Tells me that Ripple believes in the future price of XRP more so than they do now. They want XRP in the future more so than they want the little bit of money that they can get for that XRP now. And then Ripple goes to the secondary market and buys $1.7 billion worth of XRP in Q2. It's like, well, okay, what the hell? I might need a couple. I might need a few XRP. Maybe I should have enough so that I can open a wallet. XRP price in 5 years? That's a good question. It's going to be higher than it is today. Did Ripple return the escrow on the latest release? Yes, they have been every single release pretty much. I haven't checked the most recent numbers from September. We've seen some big payments, some big moves in the XRP ledger so far this month, but that's what always happens is we can track the moves on the XRP ledger. Ripple giving XRP, well, they're selling XRP to their on-demand liquidity partners so that they can use it for utility. World Economic Forum said the banks would want XRP for themselves. That's where the buyback potential comes in, because if you buy back, just like they did with gold, if you buy it back at a lower price and then you set the new standard at a higher price for that asset, you can solve a lot of your problems. Debt crisis, liquidity crisis. So something that energy efficient, scalable. And then when you look at those problems, those are the big problems, solving the debt and liquidity crisis. Okay, we'll pay back the peasants. We'll give them their XRP at $1,000 per coin or even $100 per coin. Think of how many people would accept a $100 XRP buyback. Think about, let me know that question in the comments down below. Would you accept $100 for your XRP right now? $100 per XRP. Would you sell your whole bag? Would you just want to sell a little bit? If they gave you a buyback proposal for XRP at $100 per coin right now, would you take it? Let me know in the chat down below. But see, they acquired it $100. They pay out the peasants. Okay, the peasants are going to be dumb. They're going to blow all their money. They're going to buy stupid shit. They don't know what to do with money. They don't know what to do with wealth. They don't have a serious program. And they're going to blow it on models, bottles, and BS. And then after we acquire it all for $100, then XRP is going to be set at 4 or 5 digits, and it's going to be used by us on the back end. It's going to be a reserve currency that will hold for the next couple decades. It's, programming the next 100 years. Quantum resistant ledgers, private layers on top of the public layer so that we can hide our transactions and the deals that we're doing from the public. Thanks for setting that up for us, Ripple. Oh, by the way, thanks for setting up the feature, the tool for building a central bank digital currency on the XRP ledger in one day. Thanks, appreciate that. That's cool. What's your crypto doing? That's what I've been asking the space for the last 3 years. What's your crypto doing? I don't beat up the people that have an exit strategy to sell 50%, 100% of their bag at $5 to $10. I don't know what situation you're in. I don't, your situation is your own, and that's why it's not financial advice, and you need to do your own research and understand your exit strategy, understand your plan. You shouldn't rely on your financial advisor either, because just because he's a financial advisor doesn't mean that his program is going to work out for you. So this is what's so important is over the last 2 years, everyone wants to find the truth. Who's going to give me the truth? Mainstream media has been lying to me. Okay? Then when it comes to finances, who's going to give me the truth? These real estate agents, that's a whole other story. And when it comes to the stock market, what I've done with my 401k, well, my advisor at Morgan Stanley or whatever program you're in has told me one program and it returned some gains for a while, but over the last year, 6 to 12 months, we've lost 20% of our portfolio, 10% of our portfolio over retirement that we're relying on to take us through comfortably our retirement. I'm hugely reducing my XLM holdings and bought XDC and more XRP. I got a deep dive for XLM coming for you guys out there, so please be ready for that one. XLM deep dive on the way. Because we just need to go through once again, what all do we have true facts, data, evidence, articles on XLM that we can confirm for you, and what's the speculation as far as protocol 19 in the stock market moving to XLM and all this cool stuff that's taking place over there. And then you also have Jed McCaleb. What the hell happened with the 50 billion XLM that got burned? You just burned half the supply of the XLM. We need to figure out what all happened there, what all is happening here in the future, what partnerships and adoption are they actually on the brink of. So the deep dive on XLM is coming, and I will let you guys know when it drops. When Spark token? I think by October, we're supposed to be getting our Spark. So this gentleman says XRP will never, ever, under any circumstances, go over $100. Okay, that's fine. Good luck. God bless. Hope it works out for you. Let me know how it goes. Come back in 2 years. Let me know how it goes. Come back in 5 years. Let me know how it goes. Show me who's going to solve the quadrillion-dollar problems, and maybe I'll invest. If I can find somebody else that's actually getting shit done, I'd invest. Show me. Matt, thank you for the 10 spot. Love the channel, Zach. Thanks for all you do. Matt, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Why is Jed McCaleb untouchable? Got good connections. The maths don't work at $100. That's fine. That's fine. Your speculation is different than mine. The conspiracy, how it's going to unfold, your prediction is different than mine. That's fine. Oh, by the way, we're not relying on XRP to get rich or take advantage of the greatest transfer of wealth in world history. That's the little secret about what we're doing here, is that we're not just waiting on XRP to take us to the promised land. Our businesses are doing well, producing cash flow. We have other assets. We have other businesses, and we are not just relying on one means to take us to the finish line. So, if that's what you believe, that's fine. I'm not here to agree with everyone, right? And as I was talking about on my last live stream, I like the fact that we have these other people that contradict what us hype boys are talking about over here, that are not afraid to speculate on how the conspiracy rolls out, and we're not afraid to connect some dots and give our opinion and interject and just come before you guys and have a light beer and tell you how I see it's going to roll out. It's very simple. These other guys are too technical, too by the definition, by the book. But I think it's a healthy balance. I think it's a healthy balance that we have these gentlemen that, say that XRP can never go above $100. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Even if it goes to $10, we've changed our lives. If it goes to $50, changed our lives. Right? So, and my long-term thesis on this is when you have quadrillions of dollars to settle every year, there's going to be a handful of winners, and they're all going to be massive, massive opportunities. So that's why we, have a few options for utility cryptocurrencies that are going to get something done. My question is, show me something that's going to work better than XRP for settlement and liquidity use cases across this planet. I'd be glad to take a look. I don't see any serious competitor or competition. Brian says good night. Brian, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate all the super chats and support from you. Thank you so much. And I know it is a late night session. 2 hours on tonight's live stream. Thank you, guys. If you haven't already smashed that thumbs up, I need you guys to do that for me real quick. It can go over $100. He thinks we won't have trillions in our market cap because crypto has not been that big yet. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about quadrillion-dollar problems. We had 3 trillion in the market cap of the overall cryptocurrency space. That's a drop in the bucket. That's a drop in the bucket when you're talking in terms of value that is moving amongst this planet on a daily basis. The overall market cap of crypto was 3 trillion. That gets settled by halfway through the day at Swift. Swift does $6 trillion daily. So we settle that by the lunchtime. By lunchtime, we've settled $3 trillion daily in movement. And that's just Swift. XRP price prediction for 2025, as always, it's going to be higher than it is today. When you guys ask me price predictions for 3 years out, it's going to be higher than it is today. What's the foundation of a successful business? Understanding the problems that your customer has. So a lot of businesses are tied to discretionary income. Basically, people don't need their services, don't need their products. I think during a recession and depression, the main thing that you want to focus on is having, if you have some of that business that is a little bit splurging, when people have extra money, they're going to want to buy your product or service. That's fine. But you also need to get down to, what do people need? What do people need? That's the foundation of a successful business, is understanding your clients' problems, serving them in the most efficient and best way at the highest levels. Bam, 530. Thank you for the super chat. Will you invest in Ripple if they go public stocks? We'll see how long it takes before they actually IPO. But in the meantime, I'm working on becoming accredited, and then I will be partaking, not just in Ripple though. Not just in Ripple. Once I become an accredited investor, not just Ripple. Tech Right, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for your work. Keep it up. I appreciate the super chats. If we have any last questions, get them in real quick. I'll take a couple more. I see we got some, kind of new noob questions. Joe, is XRP truly decentralized? What do you say? Yeah, well, yes. Let's just stop there. Yes, Ripple only confirms about 4% of the validation. So, yes, XRP is truly decentralized. What do you say about the naysayers who say XRP won't move because some is released from escrow every month and there is way more than Bitcoin, so less scarcity? Yes, less scarcity, but they're solving bigger problems. It's a simple math equation. So yes, but look at what Ripple is doing with that escrow. They're returning 80% of it back to the escrow. The 20% of XRP that is going to get released is going to on-demand liquidity partners. Mr. Freshy Fresh, thank you for the 20 spot. Check out Azero, BDG. Nothing can stop what is coming. I will check out those currencies. Determine the need and provide a solution. I've been doing this for years with my business. Brian, there you go, brother. There you go. Love you, Zach. Appreciate you in this channel. The shorts lately have been fire. Yeah, we got more coming on the way too. We're just getting started, guys. Did you know that Trump pardoned a Ripple board member? Yes, I did. Thank you. Yep, we did know about that. Ken Kurson. What are the chances of a buyback in your opinion? Not quite 50-50. I would say like 40-60. I don't know. That might even be a little bit gracious. I don't believe in the buyback. I think that Ripple can give enough XRP to the Federal Reserve and our Treasury Department just through the escrow account. So I think that they have plenty of XRP to give them without needing to do a buyback. So I do not believe that the buyback will happen. Maybe I would say about 25% chance of buyback if I had to actually think about that for a second. I don't believe that it's going to happen. Now, am I glad that Jimmy Valley's making the case for us XRP holders that XRP is worth $37,000, and with it now in his most recent interview he says that it's worth $50,000 on the buyback? Yes. I do appreciate that. Thank you, Jimmy. I agree that XRP is ready to handle payment flows, liquidity, treasury flows that would value it at a much higher price and that would bring that sort of value to the world. So I do agree. XRP definitely worth way more than 30 cents. The value it is trading at today. 37, 50,000. We can have that conversation. I'm ready for that conversation. I like that conversation. Sounds good to me. Yeah. Let's solve those problems. Let's get something done. Here you go. Federal Reserve, under the Treasury Department, we will take 10,000 per XRP for our token. We will take 500. We'll take 589. We'll take 100. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys would take $5 right now. I would take $5 right now. Who am I kidding? I would take $5 right now. I finally hit some good points in my bag, and I'm ready for this thing to roll, but I'm also prepared to load up even more. On that XRP rich list, we just keep growing. If there is a prolonged blackout, you won't care about crypto. That is where the food, water, and freedom seeds come in. Precious metals. Zach is ready for that scenario, as I am. Dual citizen, good point. Yes, correct. Before we talked about doing anything, we talked about making sure that you can ride out anything that they send our way. Anything that happens by the grace of God. Hurricane hits town, power goes out, grid goes down. California says don't charge your electric vehicle. Europe, energy crisis, $10,000 energy bills. How are you going to feed your family? How are you going to stay warm this winter? The amount of searches for firewood, that chart's gone parabolic in Europe. Unbelievable. Zach, are you looking at actual equity positions in any cryptocurrencies? Well, like I said, I'm not an accredited investor yet, but when I become an accredited investor, I will be looking at all sorts of deals. Absolutely. Definitely. Now, some of them are overhyped, though, so you got to be careful. There's a lot of hype in cryptocurrency. Understand that. This is a new technology. Understand. Go look at what happened in the dot-com bubble, right? Some of the leaders of that era, that moment, are no longer around. Same thing's going to happen in cryptocurrency. So yes, I do believe there's opportunities in pre-IPO on these companies and getting a share of these pieces of these companies before they go public. But many of them are probably overvalued, just like every other asset class and sector. Hopefully, the infrastructure for electricity will be way better by the times of the electric vehicle Only era begins, or else we begin to have a lot of shortages. Good point, Carlos. Yes. So for us, our stance on that issue, release the technology that actually gets something done. Let's stop playing around. Let's stop playing around with climate change, global warming. Let's solve the problems that we face with pollution, with all of the issues. And I do not believe that my paper straw that I got served today at Panda Express solves any issues. I don't know what the heck was going on with that thing. Went to Panda Express, got some fake chicken and other fake food from Panda. And they served me up a paper straw with my root beer. And there was like a chemical reaction that was taking place with the paper straw where it was like foaming up out of the straw and over my lid. And the paper straw just felt weird. I don't know. It was crazy, man. But nonetheless, I think that that's an absolute joke. My paper straw over here across the planet from other countries that are just openly polluting the world at massive scales, they're not held accountable. But yeah, I'm supposed to live like a peasant and have a paper straw. I probably should have rode my bike to Panda instead of driving through the drive-thru in my diesel-powered truck. Come on, folks. Let's get something done. We know what Tesla was working on. We know all the unreleased technology for the energy. Come on, let's stop playing around. Paper straws, man. Come on. Bro, they're going to cancel diesel cars in the EU. Yeah, they're banning the sale of new gas vehicles in California and Washington. But then 6 days later, they tell their citizens, hey, because of our grid shortages, you're not going to be able to charge your electric vehicle. Can you please ration your charging of your electric vehicle? See, I'm not against an electric vehicle. I don't care. I don't really care about my means of travel, whatever gets me to point A to B and gets my business done comfortably. Nice ride, cool, whatever. We are not ready to scale up. We do not have the natural resources, the minerals needed for the batteries for the production of these vehicles to ramp up to the scale that they're trying to send us to. But part of their agenda is move forward with this regardless of what the peasants are actually able to afford or what is actually able to work for them. i.e., the grids are collapsing, the grids are failing. I can't imagine being in some of these cities where you guys are running out of water. Jackson, Mississippi. Whole city doesn't have drinking water. Energy crisis throughout Texas, Nevada, Lake Mead at record low levels, feeding the Hoover Dam. California, complete failure of a state completely through and through. Washington follows right behind California. Oregon does the same thing. Same failure of a program, actually just complete chaos in the cities of Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and others. Complete failures. Complete failures at the state level. But they are the ones that are moving forward with the agenda. And I'm trying to do whatever I can to not participate in that. My diesel truck that I bought is a great diesel truck, but it's got the emissions BS. It's unbelievable, folks. Brokey. Are you calling me a brokey? Young Money on TikTok? Young Money on TikTok's call me a brokey. He must be listening to the Andrew Tate. Call me a brokey. Wow, are you in California? No, I'm not in California. No. What is a major money lesson you have learned as a business owner? Um, Understand when it's time to build and understand when it's time to actually have cash flow. A lot of people have been hyper growth, hyper tell the world that you continue to grow and here's new equipment and new this and new investment in products and research and development and we're hiring more people. But if you look at the highest levels, all these people are going bust now. They're mass layoffs, all that. So for me in business, my thing has been understand your cash flow statement and then understand when it's time to grow and understand when it's time to be just at that cash flow model. Focusing on your profit, focusing on stacking up cash so that you can invest when everyone else goes broke, just like we're doing right now. Got Poland in the chat. Shout out to Poland. All right, guys. I think we've been on long enough tonight. 2 hours, 2.5 hours with you guys. I do appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. If you could smash that thumbs up for me, I'd greatly appreciate that. Make sure you spread our message far and wide. If you want access to our community, you can find us over at zachrector.com. Links are in the description. Precious metals at the top of my website. And you already know that you can get the XRP merch over there as well. Appreciate all of you guys so much. Thank you so much. We continue to grow the channel. Twitter as well. Make sure you find me over there. Hashtag Ask Zach if you want me to answer your question in my live stream. Make sure that I answer it. And also, please feel free to tag me in any information or articles that you would like to see me share in our updates and our shows. I do appreciate our community as being one of the strongest communities within the space. And I think that our continued growth will continue through this month, through the continued next 3 to 6 months that are going to see us going through some of the most intense times, some of the most intense cycle shifts that we've seen in decades. It's going to be an incredible time to be alive, an incredible opportunity to take advantage of, and I hope to be there with you guys the whole way through. So thank you so much. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care and God bless. Stay safe out there. Okay? Enjoy your Labor Day. Chris Hall, thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate that. Chris Hall, thank you.